Shout out to the LBC. This your boy Hollywood Herm. Man, we finna get started with this great debate, man, between Ajani the Exposer and Hollywood Herm. Salute to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all y'all, man. Y'all keep hitting that like button. Y'all not subscribe. Ajani the Exposer will be in a second. And we go, man, have this fire debate, man. Got some of the crew for to get ready to join on shortly, but until then, man, hey, we got a lot of great things going on in the NBA to talk about. We'll get into that and other videos down the line. I'm pretty sure other content creators, for as my brothers, FIF, A Johnny, Ticket, all those boys gonna be, doing the same thing. Um, Man, R.I.P. the C Dub, man, for Go Cast Hoops, man. Salute to you, brother, man. Rest in heaven, my brother. My condolences to your family, man, and prayers up to everyone that has love for him, had an interaction with him, man. Y'all keep y'all head up. Shout out to C Dub for sure. Wish he was here. Man, but we finna get ready to cook, man. Finna have a great debate, y'all, man. I know people filling in, but we gonna get to it, man. It's a lot of, but also it's a lot of niggas gotta get cooked too. It's some shit going on. For one, your boy LeBron, I think his ego getting in the way, man. He just gotta be cool, bro. Your legacy is already cemented. Just be cool, man. Let's go bother Austin Reeves, man. You don't need Hillbilly Kobe to start playing downhill because your ego get in the way, man. Because people saying you a third option. Don't fall into that. You falling into it right now. You a little frustrated. Got Rich Paul talking shit again, man. We don't need none of that, man. Y'all just gotta be cool. LeBron, be cool, buddy. Everything gonna work out. Before it's the structure of the debate, man, Johnny go join this live stream. Just he go join the live. We gonna have somebody host supposed to be joining the live as well, so he can keep up with the timer and everything, and also the votes. A poll would be put after the debate is over. I would drop a poll after the video ended immediately, and you guys could vote to see who won the debate between A. John the Exposed and Hollywood Herm. The topic is about whether Michael Jordan can shoot mid range. I think that's gonna be an interesting topic, interesting debate. It's gonna be a lot of different things said, and it's gonna be live, man. It's gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be up, and I want y'all to be ready for it, man. I want y'all to be ready. There go my brother. He should be coming through. I should just added him. He should be coming through shortly. No, Adam. Debate time is gonna be shortly, man. Just I don't know what this shit doing. I did Adam. Yeah, there he is. There he is. He finna come up. So it's gonna start shortly. There he is. There go the exposure. Salute to A. Johnny the Exposer, y'all. Go James Kingdom, man. Y'all check out his platform. If y'all not already subscribed, y'all need to subscribe, man, and get to it, man. That's a good brother, good heart. I mess with him. We on different sides of the coin, but man, that's a brother from another, man. Shout out to A. Johnny, man. You can hear me? You can hear me now? Cause I think it's good on my end. But Rose says froze. Yeah, King Rose says froze. Ro. What you say, Ro? May have to drop a comeback in. Cause I think I'm good on my end.
How about now? Can y'all hear me
Uh,
now? Can y'all
yeah,
see
I
me
hear you
now?
good. I hear you good, man. I hear you good.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. We using okay now. I think I got my Wi-Fi straight now.
Bet I was waiting on this the worst bum on YouTube roll to come on. Cause he's supposed to keep up with the time, but I can keep it up myself though. 'Cause I see the time and everything. You know the 3 minute rounds and shit. So um
Okay, we doing 3 minute rounds.
yeah, 3 rounds, 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know how we
Okay,
get
okay.
down. So
All right, so let people know the topic first. Let them know the topic so everybody
Oh
get it
yeah.
straight. I want to hear no confusions now. Let them know the exact topic what we discussing so we can have some fun tonight.
Oh
Peace and
man,
blessings,
hey
y'all.
man, the fun topic, man. Y'all know Go James Kingdom had a viral moment, talking about Michael Jordan can't shoot mid range. And he has some interesting points. So, the debate is gonna be about whether Michael Jordan can shoot mid range or not. You know the side to expose on, but Hollywood Herm is on the side that Mike is one of the best mid range shooters ever. So we go talk about, man, whether Michael Jordan can shoot mid range or not. So that's the topic. That's the debate. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what this man gonna say to my right. But yeah, this gonna be good, man. This gonna be good. Like, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all for coming in. Y'all keep hitting them likes, man. Y'all not subscribe. And y'all not subscribed to Go James Kingdom. Mess with those brothers over there. You ain't gotta agree to support, man. Among the vids, we not gonna have any judges on the panel. It's just gonna be a poll drop after the debate, man. And y'all vote. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to try to come up and influence. That's why I'm doing something different. I didn't want to do a string yard, link or nothing. I just did a joint live with my brother. We just go cook, man. Y'all gonna hear
Yeah,
some good takes, good
yeah,
sides, and we gonna go from there.
and that was my only stipulation that we did this on Herm's channel. I told him that specifically. I said, I don't care what we do, how we do it, as long as it's on Herm's channel, we finna have this debate. So here we is right here for y'all to get y'all the best debate so far before the end of the year. Before the end of the year. We finna cook tonight. Oh, we finna get cooking.
Oh yeah, for sure,
I
for
gotta, I
sure,
gotta
man.
find you.
For
Where
sure.
you I gotta find you on my I'm trying to find you on my on my what's it called, man? On my actual YouTube because my son be playing on my YouTube and he be subscribing to everything.
Man,
So I gotta
King Ro,
find you.
a nigga would never lose to you in anything, King Ro. I think you one of the dumbest you know what of all time, bro.
Oh,
Nigga,
here
you
you go.
said Kenya Martin is a better defender than Jason Kidd, man. I mean, I heard a lot of different things, man, but come on, man.
Uh
Then
oh.
you said Andrew Bogut was the anchor of the Golden State. defense, man. Come on, man. I can't lose to a New York Knicks fan. I think y'all one of some of the dumbest fans in basketball, man. Just to be honest, man, I can't.
Oh, I
But now
can't
we
with
get
you tonight, man. Can't. All right. So just to reiterate, so folks know what we're doing tonight. We are debating whether or not Michael Jordan is elite at mid range. Correct? Yes or no? That's the debate topic. Correct? Or
yeah, that's the
good?
debate topic. Yeah, that's the
Good
debate
or
topic.
elite? Good or elite?
Oh no, well, it
Okay.
could be
Okay.
either or. I'm gonna say elite just to make it more interesting. Nigga. I'm gonna
But
say elite. He's elite.
I just gonna come out and just say nigga can't shoot. Nigga can't shoot. Nigga can't shoot. I'm just gonna come out and say the shit. Nigga can't shoot. That's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have
Let's
some
get it,
fun,
man.
man. Yeah, man. So let me know how. So we waiting for Ro to come up with.
That's if he could come up, Ro. Hit the damn link, Ro. If not, man, we gonna start this shit out, Ro. If you can't,
Always in.
Ro, I understand, Ro. If you can, it's all good. He said it froze when he tried to earlier, though. So if he
It,
still having difficulties, man, we can get to it. If he join up, he join up. We gonna get to it, man. I guess you can go and start it off, my brother, man.
All right, so let's just start it off, man. So as Herm said, man, specifically, I done went viral. I don't know why I went viral because I said Michael Jordan can't shoot mid range or he's not an elite mid range shooter. It's all simple, ladies and gentlemen. We are going off of the standards that Zesty Jeffries provide us for shooting. They keep telling us who can shoot, who can't shoot, and they make up this fake narrative that Michael Jordan is this elite shooter without giving us any precedence to give us this understanding. So what we've done at Go James Kim, like we always tell y'all, we don't make shit up. We go look shit up. We went and go look up Michael Jordan's numbers. We went and go watch Michael Jordan's games to go see this elite mid range, and it's not there. Michael Jordan's not an elite mid range shooter. Now, did he have an elite mid range shooting season in 1997? Yes, that's recorded. He shot 49%. Jordan's overall mid-range shooting for the 4 years they have him recorded, which most Zesty Jeffries don't want to accept as, is the 44%, which is a good mid-range shooting percentage, but that's only for Jordan's tail end of his career. That doesn't count for Michael Jordan's majority of portion of Michael Jordan's career, which they love to talk about the most, the years that he shot over 20 some shots per game for sure. So when we talk about the actual shooting of Michael Jordan, his ability to shoot the mid-range and be elite at it, he is not an elite mid-range shooter. He is what Zesty Jeffries would call a bad mid-range shooter, which is somebody who shoots below 40% for his career. We've looked up the numbers. We've seen Michael Jordan do all kind of great things with the basketball. He was known as Air Jordan, not jump shot Jordan. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what he did. He went to the basket. He scored. He didn't sit there and just shoot a bunch of mid range, run around a bunch of curls, catch and shoot. Could he do those things? Of course he can. That's what guards does in Michael Jordan's era. But was he as elite as the players in his era? If we want to talk about all time. Let's just talk about the ones in his era. He wasn't as good as Adrian Dantley. He wasn't good as a Jeff Malone. He wasn't as good as guys like a Hersey Hawkins or guys like a Jeff Hornacek. What's it called? Alex English. All these guys were known for their mid range game. Bernard King. They were known for being good mid range guys, getting that jumper off the dribble real quick. How all that works. Jordan didn't have good dribble skills to even do that. Again, Jordan eventually developed an elite mid range post game, and even then, when we go watch those Jordan games, we see him brick a lot of mid ranges. But overall, Michael Jordan is not a good mid range shooter. We know for a fact Michael Jordan had countless, again, ladies and gentlemen, countless under 20% shooting, 3-point shooting seasons. So
30
he's not really a
seconds.
good shooter. So I still got about 20 seconds. I still got about 20 seconds. And just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, even as far as 1992, Michael Jordan had to remind people that, hey, yeah, my weakness is my jump shot, but he reminded people that he could hit it, which is what he did when he hit those 6 3-pointers in 1992 in the finals. And after he hit that and won the finals MVP, he even said that I feel a little bit vindicated because people kept telling me I can't shoot.
Good first round, man. But let me hit it off with this. I'm gonna start off with the old Mike. I'm gonna start off with the Washington Wizards years because it's an interesting thing that I think a lot of people don't really know about that particular season. When it came to Michael Jordan with his mid range fours when he was older, when he was 40, 2002, 2003 season. His mid range percentage was higher than guys, elite scorers like a Tracy McGrady, a Kobe Bryant, Paul Pierce, Allen Iverson, guys of that nature. It was higher than those. Tracy McGrady was at a 43.2. Jordan was a point one over that, but that's your leading scorer in the damn league. Tracy McGrady still was had a higher mid range percentage than guys like Karl Malone, which was still very efficient when he was still playing at that time in 2002. The only guy for us that had the volume that was higher than Michael Jordan when it came to the mid range at that time was Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, and we know he's one of the all time great shooters, period, of all time. And he only had him by 3%. And Dirk Nowitzki shot 46% for mid range that year, and he was an all star. He was one of the better top 10 player in the game. And Michael Jordan still was up there with him, knowing that Michael Jordan was not in his prime. He didn't have the legs that he once had. He was just playing off of pure IQ and pure skill and with how he was playing. But the fact that he still was a better mid range shooter than T Mac, we know how great of a scorer he was. Allen Iverson, we know how dynamic and great he was. Paul Pierce, a guy that just said he had no bag, but hell, his old ass, Michael Jordan old ass, still was a better shooter than you at the time. So when we look at that, I think a lot of people understand how great of a mid-range shooter Michael Jordan was. Jordan knew how to get to his spots. Jordan had counter moves, and he did it in a fashion that where a lot of his shots was contested, and he still was making them at a high efficient rate. So to be able to shoot 43% from mid-range as a Washington Wizard, and the fact that the guy that had just as much volume as him shooting at 46% of Dirk Nowitzki, a guy that just 3% more than him, and Dirk is probably one of the purest shooters that we ever seen in basketball history. That just lets you know how great Michael Jordan was at a mid-range shooter. And this is 39, 40-year-old Michael Jordan. So, yes, he highlighted that when they took those 4 years, we know we shot 44%. But hell, that was elite, and that was amongst the top in the NBA at the time in that era, Pacific era in the early 2000s. So that lets you know Michael Jordan is the elite mid-range shooter and one of the best mid-range shooters of our kings in the age of Dennis. But hell, just think about the guys that I named. Tracy McGrady, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, guys like Allen Houston, guys of that
Got
era.
like
You know
10
what I'm
seconds,
saying?
brother.
Good. Glenn Rice was there, so
Hmm.
that's how it goes. So Michael Jordan is the elite 3 point, mid range shooter.
Now, see, I'm glad that you said that because see, I knew you was gonna bring up the end of Jordan's career because we all know that was when Jordan kind of mastered his mid-range shots. Like I said, he shot about 44%, which was supposed to be his best. That's what I'm saying. This is the best Jordan we've seen as far as shooting, and this is what I wanted to get to because you brought up players like the Tracy McGrady's, you brought up the players that was in Jordan's era, but there were plenty of players in that era that shot better than Jordan and were more efficient in that era. Such guys as Sam Cassell, such guys as Allen Houston. Glenn Robinson was another guy who was great at the mid range during that same time during Jordan's era. And then in '97 and '98, yeah, Jordan had that elite year. Jordan went ridiculous. He shot over 1,000 mid-range shots in 1997 at close to 50%. That is the majority of the number that you get for those 4 years as well, because that's one of his most. That is the most shooting season he has. So he gets a big a bump up for just having that season for those 4 seasons. But we're talking about Jordan as far as being the elite mid-range shooters for his entire career, not just the end span. And when we look at Jordan and how he played the game of basketball, the guys that you're naming, the Ray Allens and all those guys, Jordan was not as elite as a shooter as them. And mind you, those guys shot around 42%, 43, 44% for their careers. So Jordan was never as an elite shooter as those guys for his entire career because we got to remember there's two Jordans. There's that old Jordan in the Wizards and the late three-peat Jordan, and then there's the early Jordan. We know that this is the Air Jordan. This is where he gets the logo from. He has a different style of play. He is a different player. He doesn't have this shot. He has a more athletic game. He is more curtailed to players who are actually slashers and divers and penetrate and high flyers in the air. And when you get to those type of players, you get to players that shoot around the late 30s or the high 30s, like the Vince Carters, like the Allen Iversons, like the Dwayne Wades, like the Richard Jeffersons, guys like Jason Richardson, the guys like Dominique Wilkins. These guys were not elite mid-range shooters. They would be able to shoot it if they had to, but at the end of the day, their game was attacking the basket. When we're looking at Jordan's majority of his career, which is that first 9 year span, where we have Jordan playing what at least 6 seasons or 5 seasons where he played 82 games or something like that. And Jordan having a season like in 1987, taking over 25 shots per game. Yeah, this is where we see Michael Jordan breaking a bunch of mid-range shots and shooting a bunch of mid-range shots horribly throughout the NBA. So then that's the actual Michael Jordan that we need to be discussing, because the one at the end of his career was, yes, a great mid-range shooter, because that's all he had. He didn't have nothing else in his bag. That was his only bag, was a fadeaway mid-range shot that he shot around 45%. That wasn't good enough if you want to talk about being an elite mid-range shooter who can get it off the dribble and do those things. Yeah, he had this 1-2 pull-up that didn't last long, especially in Washington. We all saw how bad he shot in Washington overall. He shot around 41% because all he did was shoot mid-range shots the whole time. He shot around 42% in his at Washington for mid-range. So at the end of the day, Michael Jordan was completely a horrible mid-range
30
shooter overall,
seconds.
besides 2 years. Go ahead.
That was a good one. But let's get back to the basics with this now. We gonna talk about Michael Jordan's prime.
Mm-hmm.
Most people we know a lot of his prime was they couldn't statistically do it. So for the estimate part of it, they felt Michael Jordan was a 51% for mid range at his eliteness at his best. And yes, that does include the 96 thing, but at his
Mm-hmm.
best was really in that the first three peat. That was when he was at his best mid range wise, was one of the best mid range shooters in the game. As far as with the volume, Michael Jordan, what made it great for him, he did it with a contested, with a lot of defense on it, with a lot of hand checking. We got guys like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a guy that basically could just pull straight up over somebody. He don't have to deal with all the limited spacing that Michael Jordan had. So with the fact with the limited spacing, the Michael Jordan still was shooting 51% for the mid range for us on average, for us to estimate averages every year in his prime. Michael Jordan is that great, and the only guy that's over him. This fadeaway world did this. Fadeaway did fadeaway world did their study on this. Kevin Durant is the only guy with the volume that is a better mid range shooter than Michael Jordan when you take it their primes, when you take it their peaks. And Kevin Durant is basically a 53% mid range shooter for basically at his height, at his best. And that's a 50-40-90 guy. So with Kevin Durant, out of all the great mid range shooters, that's including the SGAs, that's including the Kobe's, that's including the Dirks. Michael Jordan at his best was a better mid-range shooter than all those guys, and especially in the Chicago days and in Michael Jordan's prime. 'Cause Michael Jordan knew how to get to his spots. Michael Jordan hang time was so impeccable that hell, when guys coming down, he's still in the air and still was able to shoot. That's why it was hard to deal with Mike, and that's why Mike was one. And then look at his iconic moments when Michael Jordan was first even introduced to the world. Johnny, national championship game, ice in advance, game on the line, Georgetown, North Carolina. He basically got on the map by shooting the jumper, displaying, making a jumper. Hell, most of his iconic moments come from the pace. I mean, against the Cavaliers of '89, the double pump jump shot then on the Cavaliers. Then you got to look at how he sent out Byron Russell, the '98 flu game. I mean, the flu game with the jump shots against the Indiana Pacers, hitting game winners basically off the mid range. 1-2 dribble, easy pull up, got the defender off balance. Game one in the NBA Finals. So Michael Jordan, most of his moments come from with his elite ability to get to his spots and shoot the mid range. Michael Jordan is that great, and even at his highest, the only mid range shooter that can actually say is better than Michael Jordan out of all the great mid range shooters is statistically Kevin Durant, and that's it. And Kevin Durant didn't even have the type of volume Michael Jordan had, and plus he had more spacing. So the fact that Jordan had limited spacing and still was able to be elite and shoot a 51% for mid range, let you know. Yes,
Come
A.
on,
Johnny
Herm.
probably gonna say, well, most of it 10 to 16 feet. Hell, he gonna say, well, what happened when it's 16 feet and up? No, but still, mid range is mid range. And Jordan is elite. And every damn body with a
Oh,
common eye can see that.
you got an extra 30. You got an extra 30. You got an extra 30. That's what's up. No, that's what's it's okay. But listen, see, all this iconic Michael Jordan nostalgia doesn't mean anything. Like he told you, they trusted me to take the shot, and I missed it 26 times. Just because we got a couple of iconic shots of Michael Jordan hitting some clutch shots at the end of a game, don't mean he's efficient at it. That's the point we have in it. He's not efficient at it. He's not as efficient as the players that we be discussing, especially someone like a Kevin Durant who shoots like 46% for his career. That's elite. That's what we're talking about. When we're gonna talk about elite shooting, we're talking Dirk Nowitzki. We're talking the Kevin Durant's. We're talking the Stephen Curry's. We're talking the Kawhi Leonard's. These guys are elite. Like I told you, guys like Kobe Bryant, Carmelo Anthony, Paul Pierce, Paul George, Tracy McGrady. All these guys shoot around 40% for their careers. Jordan is not as good as a shooter as these guys for his entire career. So we know Jordan definitely shot worse than those guys did at mid range. As good as Jordan was and as great as he was in his era with what he was able to do versus those slow footed defenders, which is why he didn't really need his jumper that much because he was, especially early in his prime. We went back and saw the footage. We went and looked at it. We went and looked at Jordan supposedly best games between 1990 and 1992, and we looked at over I think like close to 10 games, full games of Michael Jordan. And in those games, Michael Jordan shot over 55, 56%, which is more than what he normally shot for those 3 years. And he still shot like 42, 43% from mid-range in those games. We counted them. We got the footage, ladies and gentlemen. So even looking at Jordan around that span, his most elite at a time, he's shooting around 42, 43%, 44% at maximum. That is not super elite basketball shooting. And we're talking about the maximum of what Michael Jordan does, we're not talking about his overall career. So Michael Jordan's not an elite mid-range shooter when we're talking about actually shooting the ball. He had a couple of good jump shots that we see on highlights, but again, Michael Jordan's name is again Air Jordan, not jump shot Jordan. He was not known for jump shots. He was known for transition, slam dunks, high flying. In fact, Michael Jordan could dunk from a mid-range position. Anything outside of the paint, any shot that you take outside of the paint, the NBA considers it to be mid-range. We all know Michael Jordan could dunk from the free throw line. So what happens when Michael Jordan's jumping from the baseline, doing all these miraculous shots and all that stuff? Those are also mid-range shots. At the end of the day, we're talking about Michael Jordan's jump shot, his shooting. Whether we want to go to the percentages as far as the footage or the actual zone of mid-range from 10 feet and on, Jordan is not that great of a shooter. Even when we went to Synergy, when Lamar brought it up, he was under the league average then through his prime years. Michael Jordan was not shooting nowhere near 50% from mid range. Only 1 year. That's all we have for it. We can let him have that, but we're not going to use one player's season to say that that's their proof that they are the elite player that they are. We're never going to do that. We're not going to use Giannis's 1 year shooting great from the mid range and say, oh, now Giannis is an elite mid range shooter. It's not how it works here, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Jordan was running around here bricking a lot of shots left and right, but we don't really have all the footage to see it, and we only get to see the highlights of Michael Jordan hitting these little jumpers here and there. But at the end of the day, Jordan's game was weak when we're talking about the perimeter game. He did not have a good jumper. It looked nice, it looked sweet, but it wasn't hitting the bottom of the net with Michael Jordan's touch. At the end of the day, the man just choked a lot of games because he couldn't actually shoot the ball from the perimeter. And teams understood that when he was playing against the Hakeem Olajuwons and the Patrick Ewings and the Alonzo Mournings. Those are the most inefficient Jordan series. Why? Because he can't shoot the basketball and he can't get to the rim against those type of defenders. So when we're using Michael Jordan's idea of nostalgia, let's keep it to what it is. It's Air Jordan, the Jumpman logo, not a jump shot logo. Okay, it's a dunking logo. Okay, that's all Jordan does. He dunked the basketball. He looks great doing it. That's what we all know. We talk about his slam dunk contest, not his 3 point contest. And we all know we don't want to talk about that 3 point contest.
At least he participated in it. Unlike your goal, at least he got in it. But nah, but let's get to this. That was a good round. But let's get to this last round with me, man. But end of the day, man, Jordan influenced a lot. Hell, Dirk Nowitzki even talked about how he basically was influenced by Mike with the fadeaway mid range, and Dirk, that was his patented shot for the mid range. That fadeaway one legged shot that Dirk perfected, and hell, that's what made him become one of the best mid range shooters ever. Kevin Durant, all it basically did a damn class, basically teaching motherfuckers how Jordan was getting to his spots, how Jordan was so lethal getting to his spots, and was money every time he got to those spots with the range ability. So with Kevin Durant, another lethal mid range guy, basically highlighting how great of a mid range guy Michael Jordan was. Hell, hey John, how me and you can defute that. We can't defute that shit of Kevin Durant, giving him praise of how he got to his spots and how he was one of the best mid range shooters ever. And like I said, out of all the great mid range shooters we could come up with that shot out at high volume, all those guys, only one guy that is above him, and that's Kevin Durant. That's Kevin Durant, straight up. And like I said, fadeaway world attends to it. It's articles on these things. So we can look at the articles that go out. We can look at guys that recorded and watching those games and recorded those numbers to highlight those things. But Michael Jeffrey Jordan is one of the best mid-range shooters ever. He was money from that. He knew how to get to his spots. He had counters. He was one of the quickest players as well. So a lot of shots that he made, especially with the mid-range, was tough and contested shots. Unlike guys that we see with Kevin Durant, a lot of his shots basically came easy to him because he got the spacing. So with Michael Jordan being able to shoot at a high clip, at a high percentage, with the fact that he didn't have a lot of the spacing that a lot of these guys have, like a DeMar DeRozan, another great mid-range shooter. My bad, y'all. I don't know what the
Uh-oh.
hell
Look,
going
his
on with
car done
this.
pulled up to the spot. He done got to the
Nah,
right
nah,
spot
that's
at
my
the
that's
right
my car
time.
going off. That's my car
Like
going
Jordan
off.
pulling up for the mid-range. Whoop, I'm
Hey,
here,
that that
baby.
that that
Hey.
that was my car going off, but end of the day, y'all, man, we know DeMar DeRozan, man, is one of the best mid range shooters, and Jordan was a heavy influence on him as well. And a lot of you guys compare DeMar DeRozan to Michael Jordan. So if you guys think DeMar DeRozan is a good mid range shooter, why in the hell you wouldn't think Michael Jordan is? So man, end of the day, y'all, man, look. We could come with this. Did we see Michael Jordan had bad shooting nights? Yes, but the man is a 50% career from the field guy. He operated a lot in 10 to 16 feet, in which in basketball that's considered a mid-range shot. So at the end of the day, if teams can't stop him from shooting that 10 to 16 footer, and he's money shooting that 10 to 16 footer, man, we can't refute that the man is an elite mid-range shooter, and that's what he was. And that's what he capitalized in. That's how he won those chips. That's how he was averaging those 30 points per game. That's why he's one of the better scorers of all time. A lot of people still think he's one of the best ever. So, end of the day, we can't ignore those things, man, and we can't refute the facts. And the facts was there. The film will prove it. Yes, you watched several games, but it is easy to share. I could pull up the same. I could pull up plenty of film that could highlight like the Bulls and the Sixers in '90, and the playoff series in the Bulls with the Sixers in '90. Michael Jordan couldn't miss a goddamn mid range most of that series. I could point out that whole series. But hey, but man, hey, Michael Jordan is one of the best mid range shooters ever. There's only one guy, according to Fadeaway World, there's only one guy that according to a
Wicked
lot
for
of
that,
these
man. That's wicked. That's a
yeah,
wicked statement. Go ahead and say
yeah,
it
that's
again. Who's
wicked
the one
though.
guy? Who's the one guy? Say the one guy again. Go ahead, say the one guy again. Who's that one
Hey
guy?
man, Fadeaway World,
Uh-huh.
man, put me in the game with that, man. They say KD the only one,
Oh,
man.
not Kevin Durant. No, no, no.
Hey man, but man,
No, no.
hey Johnny, bro, man, I appreciate for this solid, bro, because I really finally, started to take off with this, with trying to do this content shit, man. So
For
I
sure, bro.
appreciate you, man, for doing this, man. Bringing a
Yeah,
lot of
man.
attention to the platform. 92 people in here. I appreciate this shit, man.
Shit, that's more than a Friday night, man. Goddamn. Goddamn. Shout out to you, bro. Again, hey, for real though, shout out to Hollywood Herman, man. He's a true supporter of Goat James Kingdom, a true
Oh
supporter of
yeah, for
all
sure,
content
man.
creators out there. And we also support a lot of content creators. That's why I did this, because you're a real content creator. They say I
Man,
don't be
appreciate
outside,
it.
but I'm outside. We outside.
And
Y'all
just to
see
let
me?
everybody, just to let everybody know, man, everybody can eat from this shit, man. There ain't gotta be no real beef,
Yeah,
no
man.
real
And
personal shit.
yeah,
Everybody can eat. I don't give a damn what side you're on, bro. We gonna have fun. We may troll each other. Hell, we may curse each other the fuck out. But man, y'all, we gonna always have fun and talk the game that we love,
we
bro. So I
we definitely
respect
got to
any
cuss Herm
nigga.
out. We definitely got to
Oh,
cuss Herm
hey,
out, man.
hey,
He be
hey.
wilding. He be wilding. Herm be wilding. But Herm, we forgot to do this before we started. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we
C
support
Dub,
art.
man.
Yeah, C Dub, man. We wanna give a shout out to the Goat Cast Hoops podcast channel, and everybody who supports true one. Like we said, we real content creators. I just came up to be a content creator. I'm not trying to be popular, famous. People always counting views, likes, and all that stuff. It's great to just see a bunch of dudes getting together, talking hoops, and that's why Herm and I could always do stuff like this. because Herm's not afraid of Ajani the Exposer, and he knows we're gonna really talk hoops. And at the end of the day, we can be on my platform, on his platform, on Lamont's platform. We can be on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The only place we ain't gonna be is your private Discord account, your private DM account. You ain't gonna find us there. We don't do stuff like that. We grown men. We put our face on camera and we put our
Yeah.
words in front of everybody, and we stand on it, man. So that's what we doing. Shout
Thanks.
out,
Thanks.
like I said, shout out to C Dub. Rest in peace, big man.
Rest in peace, C-Dub, man. We love you, man. Prayers out to your family. Hey, prayers out to King Row too, cause I know King Row built that close relationship with him. And C-Dub was a guy too that would help any content creator out. Gave a lot of guys
Facts.
a lot of jewels, man. So shout out to C-Dub, man. And King Row, keep your head up and keep pushing, man. Cause that was C-Dub would want. Man, I mean, hey, what we do, we gotta be peaceful, man. Cause that was C Dub was a peaceful guy. He was a guy that wasn't with no drama. He wasn't with no mess, man. He just wanted brothers to link together and talk hoop. And that's what we gonna do, man. Like I said, a nigga can say some wild shit and have a wild take. That's cool. We could curse him out during that moment, but at the end of the day, genuinely, we hope everybody be safe. We hope everybody, man, be good. We hope everybody be successful and everybody can eat on this YouTube shit, man. It's just a way to do it, just a way to move, man. And I'm all about morals and principles. I know A Johnny is the genuine good brother. Y'all just don't know how, man. A Johnny's a real dude,
Nah, let
bro.
them keep thinking
He's
I'm the
solid.
villain. Stop trying to
He's
tell them
solid.
I'm the villain, man. Listen. I'm the boogie in your closet. I'm the boogeyman. That's who I is, man. Don't come playing with me, man. Don't come over here trying to be like Herm. You ain't Herm. Be yourself and come get this smoke. Listen. You see what just happened? Shoot like Kevin Durant, ladies and gentlemen. That was Herm's argument.
Hey, no,
It was an
I'm
argument.
just saying that's the only guy that's over him, according to a lot of people, in which we understood why. Kevin Durant had a lot of space, had a lot of opportunity, and he could just shoot over guys because he's 6'11", man. Mike had to earn it. Mike had to get to those spots, man. Mike had
Mike
to
ain't even
shoot.
better than Kobe.
Yes, and Mike is. Mike is shit. As old Michael Jordan was a better mid-range shooter than Kobe.
Man,
And the
see,
stats
old Mike,
prove.
nigga, but old
The
Dusty
stats
Knee
prove.
Mike. Nobody care about no Dusty Knee Mike. We talking about Kobe here. We talking about
I'm just
24 and
saying though.
8 Kobe. This is
I'm
8
just
and
saying.
24 Kobe. You said Dusty Knee Mike. Talking about Mike who gotta take a rest. He gotta play one good game and rest the next game. Come off the bench, Mike. We ain't talking about come off the bench, Mike. We talking about Kobe Bryant here, man. We talking about Kobe Bean Bryant, man. That's what we talking about. That man could shoot. Carmelo Anthony. Come on, man. Jordan's not. He's not on these players' level. He's not. He's not even on Ray. Listen, Ray Allen shot 42% for mid range for his career. We all know Ray Allen is a lethal shooter. Like Kevin Durant. That's why we. That's why people like Kevin Durant. Like I said, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard,
I mean, Larry Bird, all those guys. I mean,
even
we
to a
know
certain degree, I even think these guys are better than Larry Bird. But the only reason I would give you Larry Bird is because a lot of Larry Bird's shot was mid range, and he still shot like what
he
48%
was
for his
money,
career.
and he
So
was he
so
was
he
the
was
guy
definitely
first
shooting.
50-40-90. He was the first 50-40-90.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean,
So again, like Michael Jordan having what 7 seasons or something like that under 20% shooting from 3 point land, or like 9 seasons shooting under
yeah,
30.
but he only had one damn attempt, 1.7 attempts per game though. So I
That
mean,
lets you know he was. I ain't trying to shoot this.
nah, but
Just like
he
Gil
always
said, LeBron wasn't going into the post to trying to show y'all he can post up if he can't do it. Jordan went out here trying to show us he can shoot when he can't shoot. I'm just gonna get by you, dunk on you, keep it moving, baby. Get this foul, get on the free throw line, chew my gum, and jog on down the other end.
Hey,
Take a
but
break.
guess what though? You want to know the shot that always there, and that the
Mm,
shot ain't never disappeared in today's NBA. They always be there. Is that mid range? Your
of
best
course.
scores in the game, mid range. Ant Man, mid range. SGA, mid range. You know what I'm saying? All those guys. Kevin
Where that mid
Durant
range get the
still
Lakers last
mid
night?
range.
Where that mid
Uh,
range get San Antonio boys was raining threes on them and getting to the
Oh,
free
the
throw line at
Spurs
will.
shoot a lot of. That's their play style, anyway. Shoot a lot of. If Stephen Castle
Exactly.
coming, y'all. If Stephen Castle coming, y'all, for real though, that's a guy to be reckoned with. The Spurs gonna be there at the end to me though. I think that's gonna be one of the teams that shift a lot of shit in the West. And I think if healthy, that's the only team that could give Oklahoma City a run for their money because of the personnel good matchup to a degree. I think that's the only team that could probably make it tough. But OKC still gonna win again. But I think if all being said, if the Spurs are healthy, I think that's the only team they could probably get them run for their money. But man,
You,
I
you,
hate that I
you've had,
gotta go back to work because I do
okay.
want
Oh,
the
you gotta
debate
get back to
because
work. I was gonna tell you, Lamont said before we get up out of here that if you want, you can recap this on Saturday night, talking about this
hey,
whole debate. So
hey,
I
let's
appreciate
get
you,
it.
Herm, man.
I'm with it, Lamont. I'm with it, Lamont. Let's get it, man. Let's rehash this Saturday night, man. Let's come with it Saturday night as well. That's good content on TikTok. So let's get it done, man. Never know who may pull up on this shit. You never know who may pull up on TikTok on that topic. So yeah, let's rehash that on Saturday, man. But I
Y'all see the
appreciate you,
goat.
brother, man. I appreciate all y'all in the chat,
See the
man. Y'all
goat.
keep getting the likes up. Y'all not subscribe to Hollywood Hearn. Man, shout out to you, John. I'm gonna put the poll in soon, y'all. So y'all look out for that poll and put y'all votes in, man, and who won this debate between A. Johnny the Exposer and Hollywood Hearn, man. Salute to y'all. Peace and blessing to everybody, man. We out of here, y'all.
Yep. Peace.